In addition to voting for major offices, Rhode Island and Massachusetts voters were faced with 5 ballot questions each this election.
Sophia Szabo has been explaining to us what the ballot questions were all about earlier this week. She's here now to break down the results for us. Sophia.
Kate and Patrick, good morning. One of the most talked about questions on the Massachusetts ballot this year is question 5. It proposed gradually increasing the minimum wage for tipped workers to the state minimum over the course of 5 years. The initiative saw an overwhelming rejection, with 64% voting no. Right now, tipped workers make $6.75 an hour. If this question passed, the hourly wage would have increased to $15 an hour, with the option to pull tips. The initiative sparked fierce debate in the days and months leading up to this election, with opponents saying it would negatively impact restaurants, customers, and workers. Supporters argued the increase would even the playing field.
Rates of poverty amongst tipped workers in one fair wage states are about half of that compared to states with two-tiered wage systems.
Servers and bartenders make far more than minimum wage, and if you approve this and say yes to it, it's just going to drop down service as a whole, and you're going to pay someone minimum wage, you're going to get minimum service.
Now, we saw rejection on the Rhode Island ballot as well, with 63% voting no on question 1. It asked voters whether the state should hold a constitutional convention. Now, that's where elected delegates can propose amendments to the state constitution. While supporters of the initiative say there are issues that need to be addressed, many groups warned of civil rights being at risk. Target 12's Tim White spoke with local AFL-CIO President Patrick Crowley last night as the votes were coming in.
Our biggest concern is outside dark money coming in and flooding the marketplace and making it very difficult for Rhode Islanders to get a clear picture of what would be at stake if the Constitution goes to a constitutional convention.
To see how Massachusetts and Rhode Island voted on the other ballot questions, head to WPRI.com to see our full coverage on this election. Live in the studio this morning, I'm Sophia Szabo, 12 News.
Along with selecting a new president, voters in Rhode Island and Massachusetts were faced with several bond questions this election day.
And these included bond referendums and measures on high school graduation requirements. Sophia Szabo live in studio right now with those results.
Well, Kate and Patrick, money for higher education was on the ballot this year in Rhode Island. Question 2 asked voters to approve more than $160 million for new buildings at the University of Rhode Island and Rhode Island College. The funding has been approved, with almost 60% voting yes. $87.5 million will go towards building a new biomedical science building at URI. $73 will go towards renovating Whipple Hall on Rick's campus into a cybersecurity hub. 12 News spoke with a voter yesterday. She explained why she voted yes on 2.
Well, so I work in higher education, so that one stands out for me. So I'm always going to say yes to increasing, facilities, opportunities for education, those kinds of things at the higher ed level.
Now, higher ed wasn't the only education question on the ballot this year. Question 2 on the Massachusetts ballot asked voters to whether they want to eliminate the MCAS exam as a high school graduation requirement. As you can see, this was approved with 59% of the votes. It's important to note this doesn't get rid of the test altogether. Students will still have to take it, but they won't be required to pass it in order to graduate high school. Voters we spoke to didn't think the standardizing testing was fair.
And there's some people out there that just aren't good testers, you know what I mean? And they get nerved up. They get very, very nervous when they want to take a test, and they're smart and they have no problem academically, but when it comes to test, they just freeze up and then they fail the test and they don't pass. And that's what I have an issue with. I just don't think it's fair.
To see how Massachusetts and Rhode Island voted on the other ballot questions, head to WPRI.com to see our full coverage of this election. Live in the studio this morning, I'm Sophia Szabo, 12 News.